morning, everybody. And today I'm going to take on a question that came up. What if you have really worked hard? You have someone who likes to be with you a lot, feels safest for you because they're your spouse and they've always taken care of you and they care a lot about your safety. And they had been in an area of life where they were in a law enforcement kind of role. And now they've developed a dementia. And the dementia makes it super hard. It's an Alzheimer's type dementia that makes it super hard for them to remember recent information. Plus, they've gotten to a place where they're pretty much emerald amber state. So they live more in the moment in short cycles, and they can't hold on to data that comes in about what's going on that's not right there with them. So multiple times in a conversation, you might hear the same phrasing, the same theme, the same subject line. Now, you've done some really good work, and we really want to credit you for that work. You have rehearsed and practiced. You have a second person. So you have a triad. And the person is comfortable mostly being with this other individual, this individual over here. They'd much prefer to be with you, but they get it and they're comfortable with you being away some. And there's sort of a pattern that if you go away, you have established a really clear pattern. When you get where you're going, you call and you say, I'm going to be here for a while. When I'm ready to leave, I'll call you so you know I'm leaving, and then I'll be home. So I'm going off to a class. I get to the class, I call. It's an hour-long class. At the end of the class, before I leave, I call, and then I come home. And usually that works fine. Well, except when there might be bad weather, or except when I'm gone for a longer period of time, or except when maybe something doesn't feel good to you. So now we're in a situation where the anxiety kicks up. And it always is the primitive brain starting to lead, and the impulse control drops, and the ability to hold on to data gets even shorter. So you have two options. One, to get interrupted a lot in what it is you're doing, which doesn't actually give you what you're looking for, which is you need to take care of you so you can stay in the relationship and keep it going. So you have your partner. What we are going to want the partner to do is recognize early signals that the external environment is giving some kind of cueing that is heightening stress level. So it could be like somebody mowing the yard, something going on, leaf blowing. It could be something like the weather. It could be something like sounds outside that aren't usually outside. It could be movement somewhere, or it could be some funny sort of thing that's going on, announcements, something that comes across a feed on a computer, like you might be doing computer games and there's a feed that comes on that said there's been a shooting or this, and all of a sudden, woo, all the alarms go off. So if the partner who is present notices that, it's really important to go, oh, hey, John, for instance. Hey, John. Now, Mary said she was going to be at her class this afternoon. And since the weather's kicked up some, you know what? I am fairly certain. Nah, I know. Because if you're only fairly certain, law enforcement, you have to be sure. And so the wording is super important. So you go, oh, hey, John, Mary asked me to say something because I don't know whether I did yet or not. She's at a class, and because of the weather, she's going to for sure stay there until the weather changes, or she can safely get to the car. You know what? I could use your help for a few minutes. I have this thing that I'm looking at, and I could use your eyes on it. So, in other words, the person who's there has to acknowledge and recognize something's going on here. And we want to do it before we see the cell phone come out because often at this point, the person is able to do the basics, like they have a call Mary button. And we've simplified it because we want them to be able to get up with us when we're needing to get up. But we have to figure out how are we going to deal with these situations where I need to be away longer, I want to be away longer, I have something else I'm doing. And my partner on hand has got to be able to sort of anticipate the anticipatory distress and start to act on that. And it could be even, like you got to be careful because if she tries to engage too much when she typically doesn't engage or he doesn't engage, it's going to feel weird. But it is that moment where you recognize, oh, hey, John, Mary said, oh, let's see, let me look at the chart. What did she say? Oh, she's going to be home at 12. So it's a little later than usual, but she said to let you know that she will bring in lunch when she comes. Yeah, that's good of her because I think she's at that meeting. Yeah, the one, I don't know whether she said anything or not. Yeah, but she is at that meeting and she'll call before she leaves the meeting. So, oh, I was wondering, here are the two things that that place has. I'm wondering which of these do you want so we can tell her what she wants when she calls. So, if you put it all together, we're using pipes. We're preparing, knowing full well the reason we're preparing is if we don't, the person is going to escalate in distress, and then we're going to have to deal with the situation. And it's that distress that happens. The second is we've got to get our partner to initiate in a positive, ooh, or wow, or ooh, hey, John, using an ah kind of sound, like a surprise sort of noise, but not real loud, but just to get attention. And then name in a positive, upbeat, and then share, participate, share a little bit of information about the person who's not there, what they're doing, what the rhythm is, what the schedule is, what's going on, that it's acknowledged. And so the evaluation is the E for pipes. We're okay. We can keep going. Or if it truly is, it could be, oh, John, I'm sorry, I got a message. And you want to pre-record a message, call the helper, pre-record the message. Could you let John know I won't be home till noon? I'm still at the. So you can pre-record something, call and send it to the helper so that the helper has that information and they could play it for the person. Here, let me play it for you. She called me. And that's a second way you could do this. So that's one of those switches on the S on pipes. Rather than sustaining, if it's not seeming to work, oh, she called. Here, let's see what she said. I guess I didn't hear the phone ring because I had it on silent. All right. So hopefully this is a way. Now, I did say you had to go ahead and do the heavy lifting. All right, everybody. I hope that's helpful. Till next time, take care of yourselves, take care with your care. Bye all.